शामियाने के तले है आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमाने के तले है जय हो। सच्ची सच्ची मैंने जान कमाई है, नच नच कोई तो पे रात बिताई है, अखियों की नींद मैंने फूकों से उड़ा दी, गिन गिन तारे मैंने उंगली जलाई है। Good morning, all of you, and good day. Hello to all of you who are taking more efforts to join this class along with their job. So you all are watching recording in the evening, in the night, as scheduled that in a disciplined way. Every day one video will be over, right? Okay. Today being the first class, lot of questions are there. So 5 minutes I'll take that and then directly we'll dive. Okay. Now these classes. Sure. Okay. So these classes costing Sarthi practice batch we are starting today live in Zoom and recorded in app for those who are working, doing internship, and you have requested that every evening you will watch one video or early in the morning and message me, ma'am, day one done, day two done. So that is really appreciated. And those who are live with us, too good. Thank you so much for joining the live. Stay connected for another 2 hours. I hope you have your water bottle, your notebook, your calculator ready, and the calculator which you're going to use in final exam. Because C for costing, C for calculation, and you need to learn all the functions of M1, M plus all. Okay. Now, very important, the first doubt is, ma'am, is this not going to be live or recorded in YouTube? The answer is no. There's a different kind of discipline I want to take, and strictly it is like whoever wants to attend 3 classes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, will be live in YouTube, live in Zoom, and available in the app also. After that, already those who have registered, they have got 2 volumes of the costing Sarthi compiler. Volume 1 is having all your theory, concepts, and question answers. Volume 2 is having two good, quality good 25 pages of booster notes for repeated revision, and it is having past exam questions. I have taken care very well of the CA syllabus, the CMA syllabus. CA students have ABC costing to be done at the end. CMA students have cost accounting standards, which comes in MCQs as well as one theory question, right? CA students, you all have case studies. Case studies, case studies. Case studies, nothing, one question and answer of 7 to 8 marks. You solve and every step is your case study answer. So CMA students, you have out of 100, 30 marks MCQs. So much I am not diving into paper pattern now. Over the classes we'll do. But definitely once to enroll and learn with Dipti ma'am or not is your decision. Thank you so much for trusting. And I don't know, those who have watched my DT, GST custom classes live in YouTube, over these 50, 60 classes put together for the DT, IDT customs and all MTP, RTP separately solved, you can see the authenticity. I need not give you the testimonials. More than 2 decades I am into teaching. I qualified as a CA in the year 2000. Since then I am into teaching, and if you ask me feedback, I have it in my files. Those were the days when online was not there. So no videos and nahi hai. You check it in 3 days. If you feel you're comfortable, register, join and continue, or else you go your way. Still, if you're studying from me or not, doesn't matter. If you have doubt anytime, you can click the picture, post it in Telegram, wait for 24 hours. I'll surely clear it. Okay? Right. It is going to be 100% in English, except some jokes if I crack in Hindi, अब उसको convert नहीं कर सकती. But these classes are 100% in English. Now the duration of this classes is planned. Today is 3rd of June. We are going to do it Monday to Saturday, the whole week, every day 2.5 hours. And this will probably go on for 30 classes or might be 35 classes depending on the output and the result I see in your chapter-wise exam performance. Every Sunday you will be writing chapter-wise exam. If it is cost sheet alone, 1 hour exam. If it is small topic like joint product, byproduct, and 1 or 2 topics I can combine, I'll do that. But professional level problems and questions covering your MCQs, your theory questions and practicals. Okay. So if you join this course, the test series is included in that. Okay. Today is the first class. Yeah. Chat in Zoom is also on, dear students, and chat I'm seeing live in the YouTube also. काफी कुछ मैनेज करने लग गए हम. So if you have, because I want you to have that clean empty mind, study. You know, sometimes students will, ma'am, are you sure you will cover up everything, concepts, this, that? See, a teacher will not get a good sleep sitting on this place. This is temple for me, I feel. How can we not teach the concept and let go and jump the topics? Because I have also been students from 95 to 2000. So I know what you all are putting at stake. So trust me, whenever I say it is a revision batch or fast track or practice batch, it's like a regular and practice only. I will not go fast wherever I'm teaching the concept. Yesterday, thank you so much. So many of you commented at the business at first class that 20 minutes I have spent to clear the adless concept. एक बार concept पढ़ने में time लगेगा. Have that patience. Okay? Excuse me. Costing is a very open subject, dear students. I've got 95 in accounts. In and out, I know accounts also. Branch accounting, partnership, single entry. It has a format, beta. If I ask you make hire purchase account, you exactly know the scaling. Costing, it is not like that. I call it sir pair bina ka topic. But it is very interesting. It is easy and it is 50% of your DT, IDT and custom milaki. So all the subjects, if you aim at getting 45, 50, you won't get 50%. Somewhere you need to score and you can score super duper well in costing if you trust the procedure. If you go by shortcuts that, okay, I'll write 1 or 2 exams, then vanished. Sorry to say, इतने अच्छे reason देते हैं आपको, this happened, so I didn't write class test, this happened, final exam in your answer sheet, you cannot write any reason. ठीक है? So promise that you will trust Dipti ma'am's way. When I am saying I am writing this 100 times, you also write it. No. Some concepts are to be written. However, colorful charts teachers are giving, hats off to every teacher who is taking efforts and giving colorful charts. But it will not work for you unless you write it in your writing. And costing ke liye, the first secret I am revealing for today is put the things in paper. If you read the question paper, okay, cost per unit is this, selling price is 20%. Put the things in paper. No problem if they have solved it in 3 column and you are making it in 2 column. Is this clear to all of you? But put the things in paper, your half of the thing. This is like, at least I can, with rubber stamp, I can say 100 of students coming and telling me, मैम मुझे 85 में से 56 58 मिले. अगर मैं 100 marks का, if I would have done, I would have got definitely exemption. So you know where is that difference? I would like to share, because now testimonials you all want. 1 second, huh? Screen sharing. किधर गया? Yeah. Please check this. These are honestly the result in the last 2 decades. And I'm just saying I have guided them the same in which I'm going to guide you. Dipti ma'am is same. It's their efforts. Nilima has got, these are all her marks. And 87 in her costing exam, but I am telling you her study material was whole पूरा लिखा हुआ था, मतलब इतना सारा material. She had done all 3D 5D makeup of study material. The moment I will complete one chapter, she will prepare that same from study material and get me the doubts. I'm always going to be available after the class also for doubts, you all know that. But आपको पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा. Mohana, she has got exemption. Jeevana, she look at her marks. She had fracture also. While that also, she was coming to the classes because I don't want to miss 1 month and I'm aiming for rank. Now these are all qualified series. Mohini has cleared her inter and final all with 1515 exemption. 15 minutes of inputs I have taken in my testimonial playlist. You can check. Okay. All these are the students with exemption. अब इनके फोटो लाओ और इनसे इंटरव्यू लाओ और I don't know. Akshata is a recent student. अभी in the COVID के बाद she took all the recorded lectures actually, but she wrote the booster notes. Literally, I think one day I'll call her and ask her to speak here. You will realize this. So this is all not for my boosting. Last 2 decades, I know what I have been doing. Only I have not made technology my best friend, which I am doing now. Okay, with all your support. Okay? So did you understand what did I say? And every day while we close the class, if you wish to walk out early, your wish. If you want to stay connected, last 5 minutes is you can do it mindset. This is professional exam beta. This is a game of mindset. So very important is whatever you study, what you are going to revise 1 day before exam is going to be clear from now. Whether you are writing in September 24 CA exam or December 24 CMA exam, what you all are going to study. Okay, what you all are going to study 1 day before exam, that I'll help you mark. Whenever one chapter is over, ma'am, what are the important problems, we'll put stick on, which is covering all the adjustments and the booster notes, how to study 1 day before exam. 3 hours of exam, 15 minutes of reading time is all a mindset. So that mindset, घर में if your parents are there, you are there, your brother sister is there, it's not required all the time for everyone to be positive, but if you vibrate at a mindset, you will get awesome result in your life, and you are doing CA CMA for yourself. Do it with selfish motive. कोई emotionally नहीं पढ़ना है इसके लिए उसके लिए उसके लिए. No, because Dipti ma'am is teaching well. उनके पास पास ही हो जाते हैं पढ़ के. Parents इतना support कर रहे हैं, ये है वो है. No, you want to live a nice life for yourself. You want to earn well, live a level of life. You want to give the best of to your parents in their old age. You want to have a good family, good your living style, your car, whatever it is all required, right? So we are striving with that mindset every day. Agreed until now? कितने में रोज इतना नहीं, I'll not give you 10 minutes are over. And thank you so much. You all are so loving. I'm seeing that those who are live, they want put like. So I need not say like, subscribe, because all my classes are live. I can't record it, edit it, upload it. वो नहीं होता मेरे से. But promise that live classes will be there in YouTube only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then you need to register in the Concept Classes app, join the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group, and you will get the PDF material and all. Okay, right. अभी ना उसकी थोड़ी कदर होती है. If you have any inputs from your side in teaching, in speed, in talking, in problem, ma'am, please cover this problem, ma'am, do this. Don't even say please, ma'am, can you do this? I'll surely do. क्वेश्चन मार्क नहीं डालना. सुबह पिक्चर डालते हैं, शाम में क्वेश्चन मार्क डालते हैं. मैम क्या हुआ मेरा डाउट? Have some courtesy, something like have that compassion in you that they also have some schedule, no? So let us maintain lot of discipline. Acha, so many of you are live in Zoom also. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can you all be very disciplined, keeping yourself muted and the camera also off? One thing I request for all of you who are live in Zoom, use the chat box. If you have any doubt, chat box is on and you can use that. Okay? थैंक यू, थैंक यू। यस, अमन, बोलो। आपकी काफी सारी बातें क्लियर हुई या नहीं? सोच लो, ये रेगुलर क्लास है, मेरे से नहीं होता। आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू कंप्लीट इन 10 days एंड ऑल. I'll teach you the concept, I'll make you practice, but you'll have to do the homework also. And any one of you are feeling, ma'am, with this I have this subject to do this, just message me on WhatsApp and I will help you. Okay, right? Paper pattern and all we will be doing in the coming days, and it will be very clear to all of you. Okay, right? Please make sure those who are live in Zoom, you all have got personal meeting ID, right? So I want you all to comment and give a feedback, whatever it is. Did you understand? Did you not understand? जो भी आपको बोलना है, but it is required. Okay. Now coming to classes, we are studying what is cost accounting basic. Ma'am, if it is all theory, is it fine? No, it's not going to be all theory. It's going to be today some concepts and some mathematical calculation, which are universal. Like in accounts, we use debit credit. I can say everything is between debit and credit, be it amalgamation, internal reconstruction, single entry, branch accounting, hai na? In way, that way, costing is also having some fundas. Okay, right? So let us check it. Aman, are you there? या अपने doubt पूछ के चले गए आप? Some of the students, they ask doubts, but I am into a flow. By the time I answer their doubts, they vanish. इतना restlessness क्यों? Have that full control on yourself that you can sit 2 hours, quality good, with all the details. है ना? Okay, just 1 minute. I'm switching on. I don't know, file I had kept ready. Now, where is that file? Okay, here we go. Sure promise when I say write, you all will write, beta. Okay, let me introduce you to the topics first. Okay, you are clear what volumes you all have got printed. We have uploaded the PDF in the app itself. So from there you can take a printout. Because once the students are ordering the material with us, that facility is also there. Study material you can order and we will send the hard copy by courier. But preferring ki PDF हम दे रहे हैं, आप print कर लो. Because once they order immediately, ma'am, what about my material? What about my material? So I don't feel like good. ठीक है? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great question. That, ma'am, in your study material, some of the answers are so big. Study material means my compiler is having the concepts and the question answers. Do we need to write so much in the exam? No. Some of them are for understanding and for presentation. When I dive into that topic, beta, I'll tell you कि उसको कैसे present करना है. Good. Keep putting all your doubts as in how the time permits. I'll clear. ठीक है? चलो. Let me introduce to all of you the flow of the classes, how we are going to take. I also got exemption in costing, tax and accounts. Accounts, so I got 95 and I gave group wise exam. I did. This is a very nice planner. How to use it after 2-3 classes, I'll tell you. This really worked wonderful for students. Okay. See, today and tomorrow we are going to do the introduction part, that is covering up lot of MCQs and theory questions. Already there's a PDF prepared for MCQs for CMA students, but CA students should also know that, because that will help you to get the speed to complete the exam. So for all of you, we'll be doing MCQs combined at the end. Right now, chapter 1 is having theory questions and it is having terminology. For example, I'll go many times exam point of view, conversion cost. So much asked in exam. So if I put material, raw material, peanuts, if I add labor to that and other expenses, I will get my output as oil. So in the material, whatever you put expense to convert the peanuts into oil, that is called as conversion cost. So like this, many definitions we'll be checking today and tomorrow, and I'm going to take up in today later part semi variable overhead, how to segregate, because my paper correction experience, this goes wrong for so many students. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Semi variable overhead, if you know how to bifurcate into the fixed and variable, you can use it in operating costing, you can use it in job costing, you can use it in cost sheet, and so many other chapters, budgeting. So this is introduction. After that, cost sheet is nothing but chitta. Okay, I am making this product, what is going to be my total cost? After that, this is a bundle. These three topics are little lengthy. We will have to have patience mindset. Ma'am, material chapter कब खत्म होगा मत पूछना. If material chapter is going to take is job costing, I'm going to do in one class. Batch costing, I'm going to do in 20 minutes. Are you all with me? So please don't calculate chapter में इतने दिन. Mute, beta. We are in the class now. I told to all of you, when you join, please mute yourself. Chalo. I've given lot of instructions also. I don't know why you are late. चलो ठीक है, हम continue करते. कहाँ थे? Those who are joining, please join first. Mute और camera बंद करके फिर join करो बेटा. I have pinned myself, still with the videos going here and there. Pure thoda technology सीखना. Okay. So take your time, dear students, while studying, while practicing, one day before exam. Material is having EOQ question. How much material to order? When to order? It is having theory questions. How to deal with the wastage, spoilage, and all. So it's a lengthy chapter. Same way labor. CA students just have Rowan Halsey. CMA students have Taylor's Merrick's also. So which policy is good? It will take time. Overhead chapter, how do you apportion the overhead to your products? 4 methods we will learn. इतना मजा आएगा. Everyday quality good problems which have already been asked 2-3 times, because I've been teaching from years. So I just checked the paper of this May 24 CA exam, December 23 CMA exam I have done, and I can literally say ऐसे ना neon sign की तरह blink होता है. Distinguish between cost reduction, cost control. So write and check before exam. Huh? Right. So overhead is having different methods of apportionment. Plus, if there is under over absorption, how to deal with it, ये हम करेंगे. Okay, this chapter is one of my favorite, and I always ask students कि इसको 5-star खिलाओ, KitKat खिलाओ. इसके बिना एग्जाम खत्म नहीं होता. Cost accounting system is how you make T format ledgers. All of you know single entry. You make so many chota ledgers, data's account, credita's account. That's the way we are going to make ledgers. But this is completely linked with cost sheet. Ma'am, sometimes in your class, we don't know when we shifted from one topic to another. This is going to be your feedback. And surely if you're committed and attending, you will definitely say at the end, ma'am, you are quite undercharging. What you have given, you should definitely charge more. ये आप बोलोगे, ये मुझे पता है. पर आप ट्रस्ट करोगे पूरा process, 1.5 months we are together. Then if you are working and you cannot attend now, as you message, so many of you, I appreciate, because I know there are some financial constraint, some other requirement. कोई बात नहीं है. How to make plan and study in evening and night, and I am available so many times on WhatsApp for doubt clearing. ठीक है? चलो. And after this, okay, once you know how to make a cost sheet, okay. Yesterday I asked my printer, this is an actual case. Okay, volume 1 and volume 2 is having 396 pages. So how much will be the cost? He said, ma'am, 396. I said, why 1 rupee per page? Earlier to you were doing this, that, spiral karna, jo bhi hai. He said, nahi parvarta. You know, when he says, I cannot do it, less than 400 rupees printing of these 2 volumes, plus that plastic packing and all, plus the courier charges. He said, no, ma'am, each book will go at least, even if you bundle the 2 books and ask me to send by courier with the proper address and with the plastic, that Amazon black and white cover and all that, it will cost you bare minimum 620 to 630 rupees. Packing charges, his charges, printing charges, courier charges. I said, is it? Now my printing wala, he has not studied costing, but he knows. So that's what I'm saying to you. Today is the first class. So let us learn this beautiful topic in an open way, that costing is all around us. You just have to learn it in an open way, so that when you apply it, okay, you go and give your vehicle for servicing. I want the brake liner to be changed. I want this scratch to be denting, painting. And I want one extra wiper at the back of my car. This, that. So he prepares a job cost sheet. How many hours of work? What will be the labor charge? Oil changing ka itna, iska itna. That's job costing. You go to say transport wala, for passenger or for goods. Let us say passenger. There's a wedding and we want to take 50 members from Hyderabad to Delhi by road. So per passenger he'll give you, this will be my charge, because he knows depreciation of the bus. Tuck, 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 tuck. Are you getting what I'm saying? Once you have done with your cost sheet, once you have done with material, labor and overhead, then all the topics are same. But if it is process costing, I don't know, in your internship you will see shampoos kaise banate hain, oil making, different industries you'll go. So you see that raw material is put in, then this goes to next process, then it is dyed, then it goes to next process, then it is heated, then that crude oil kala kala lagta hai, that is chemicals we put, it is purified. Fragrance they put, peanuts oil smell comes, then it is packed, then 12 packets are put in big carton. Process costing. Are you getting right? Dairy farms, they take milk, then they produce curd, cheese, butter, joint product, byproduct. Up to a limit, the cost is same. So you need to bifurcate it. Pharmaceutical companies are using the joint product and byproduct. So these are the names of all your chapters. Okay, now here comes June end, and most of the branded stores will have sale. There's a reason for it, because after June comes the festival times, from Rakhi to Navratri to Dashera to Diwali. So they want to have new stock. So genuinely they are putting up things on sale in such a way that earlier on cost they had 50% margin. Now on cost 10-20% margin. So 30% they will do markdown and give. So when around us we see schemes, buy 2, get 1, blah, blah. This is a mind of a professional. Is this clear to all of you? Yeah? Right. So ये ऐसे होता है. This is how types of costings are prepared. Okay? See, are you getting all clear? Yeah. Definitely, we will give a break. 11 to today's first day. Might be 1:15 we are together. 12:30 or 12 I'll give a break. अभी तो नहीं. आ जाओ. So see, these are all your types of cost sheet only. Huh? What is budgetary control? Okay, we are operating our factory at 60%. Can we operate at 80%? Anyhow, the flight is operating with 60% passengers. Can we reduce the selling price and do and operate at 80%? Will we earn more? Okay. What is standard costing? Per unit requires 2 kg of raw material at 10 rupees. Actual how much raw material is required and read. So when you have standards and benchmark, you can compare, right? So we usually ask, how many marks did you get in 10th and 12th? Okay, above 60, surely you can aim to do CA CMA, definitely. Over the period, you will get into that professional attitude of studies, definitely. So these are benchmark. If someone says in 11th and 12th, I got 45%, are you sure you will be able to manage theory? Are you getting? This is standard costing. Some benchmarks are there which we compare. If I ask you, dear students, today is the first class, did you sleep well? What do you mean by sleep well? Yes, I did sleep for 7 hours. No, I sleep for 6 hours, but quality good. Which mein ek bhi baar utna nahi. There's an alarm in the body itself. 11 o'clock off, 6 o'clock on. So that's standard costing. And contract costing earlier was there in CA syllabus, ab nahi hai. But these three topics we will manage at the end separately. There are so many students who are writing both the exams also. You can attend and do. Okay. I missed announcing one thing. Along with live classes, you will get backup in app where you can watch 6 months. Coming 6 months is the validity of the app, and you can watch all the lectures for 1.5 times. That is, if the lecture is 2 hours, you can watch for 3 hours. One time live, one time recorded, and recorded also 1 hour more, whatever parts you want to watch. Okay. And okay. So, and the important theory questions according to your paper pattern and all, we will discuss it later. Yes. Tell me. Until now, everything is clear, or you still have some doubts. It's a teacher's duty to stop unnecessary doubts in the class. You don't hesitate. अरे सब 10 लोग 15 लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, मैं कैसे डाउट पूछूं? Your doubt is doubt, कोई छोटा बड़ा नहीं, पूछो. Shall we start with the first part? I want some messages live in YouTube also and in the chat box also. AC. AC means all clear. Maybe I can understand those who are attending from laptop or tabs and all, easy to give a feedback. Those who are doing with mobile phone, little difficult, I know, to see the chat also. So preferably, if it is possible for you, use bigger screen, full volume. My volume is clear to all of you. आज एसी फैन दोनों ऑन रखा है, उसकी भी आवाज आ रही है. 1 सेकेंड. Yeah. Can someone comment in the chat box if volume, sound, everything is clear or not? I will tell you how to solve study material problem. One thing can I say to all of you, Sangeeta and so many of you, beta asking that doubt. Even in income tax, if you see some of the answers of residential status, total income are having answer going on for 1.5, 2 page. That is to make you understand. You don't have to write so many notes in the final exam. ठीक है? Clear है? Right. I know choti choti batein I am taking. Can I give one homework today? In this calculator, can you see m plus m minus function is there? Without using that, you cannot complete your paper in 3 hours. Overhead and so many chapters. So the total cost divided by number of units, divide it, put it in an m plus, use it, multiply, get answers. Multiply, get answers. ठीक है बेटा? Right. Thank you. Thank you for the messages. All clear. Yeah, chat box is open for all. No one-to-one chatting with me. Re bapre, nahi. We are doing the as if this is a physical class. I'm missing seeing all your faces, Otherwise, one screen goes on. be 200, 300 students also, we can know who is studying, who is following, who is sitting in the class absent. So wo to missing hai, to at least if chat is on, let others also know what doubt you are asking. Might be it's their doubt also. Okay. Open your notebooks, beta. Introduction you can write. Today we are doing some common thing. Now, in costing, everything is called as cost plus profit is your selling price. Ma'am, we have studied this in 6th, 7th class in maths. What you are teaching? Cost plus profit is selling price. Profit is also called as markup, loading. Yes. Now, if I say it is profit, sorry, 1 second, please. Thank you. Thank you so much for waiting. Likho. Write down the way I'm writing in open way. Write down in your notebook. Profit is 20% on cost. This is a universal formula you can use in any topic, anywhere, wherever you want. You can use this. Okay? Right. Profit is 20% on cost. Then what will you take? Cost as 100. Profit as 20% on cost. If profit is 20% on cost, let cost be 100. So can I say the selling price will be 120? When we go for shopping, we ask now what will be the price of this. That's the selling price. So they have their markup on that and then only they print, right? This is first example. Second example number 2 is if they say profit is 20% on sales. Same equation, cost plus profit is selling price. If it is 20% on sales, can I take sales as 100? Sales as 100. Why? Because this time percentage is on sales. Here percentage is on cost. So cost ko 100 li. Sales as 100. Profit is 20% on sales. So can I say the cost is 80? Yes. And some of the students understand this 1/5. This is 1/6. That is, we are dividing 20 by 120. This is 1/4. This is 1/5. If you understand it, fine. Some of you, ma'am, आप तो कितना easy पढ़ा रहे, तो revise कर लो ताकि you don't do the mistake. Next one, I want all of you to do example 3. Profit is 1/3. 1/3 is 33.33% on cost. And the example 4th is profit is 1/3 on sales. Can you all make an equation? Profit is 1/3 on cost or profit is 1/3 on sales. डरना नहीं है बेटा. You have to work hard. Don't say कि मुझे costing से डर लगता है बेटा. पढ़ो, पढ़ने से कम हो जाएगा. I am waiting for answers. Huh? Solve it in your notebook. Solve it in your notebook. Now, I am waiting for the answers. Every day you will build up confidence. I'm literally saying. बहुत मजा आएगा. Tell me the answer. Have you made it in your notebook? In the first case, can someone send this plus this is equal to this type karke? Oh, we have already got the answer for the first one. Okay, Nikhil. Your answer is correct. 100 is cost. This time profit is 1/3 on cost. So 33. So selling price will be 133.33. Everyone in the class, put your 2 ears, 2 eyes all on the screen. Focus well and listen and answer. 1/3 on cost is always equal to 1/4 on sale. It's absolutely okay if others have followed and you are taking time, because ma'am ये 1/3 1/4 नहीं समझ में आता, तो सुनो ना. 1/3 on cost, 33 makes 100, is 1/4 on sales. This is 133.33. So 4 times 33. 1/3 on cost is 1/4 on sales, is a lovely best friend for all of you to speed up in 3 hours, be it MCQs for CMA student, be it case studies for CA student. Okay, answer example 4th वाला करो बेटा. सब लोग, everyone. Anusha, great. Yeah. Anusha and many others. Beta, can you open your chat box for all, everyone? I have to given that permission. You have to do it. Don't message me directly. We will do that. Sometimes definitely I will not answer and I will ask you. Yes, all of you. Cost plus profit is equal to selling price. Cost plus profit is equal to selling price. Selling price is 100. 1/3 on sales. 1/3. That is 33.33. Definitely this will be 67.67. Is it right? 1/3 on sales, 100 minus 33.66.67, not 67. 66 point. Acha, can I say one thing? 1/3 on sales. If this is the profit, then cost will be 2/3 on sale. Array, we'll use this so much in marginal costing. Marginal costing comes for 14 marks. In CMA exam, so every question is not bifurcated. Tomorrow, if I miss out, please remind me. I'll give you the paper pattern for both, so that mindset is clear. So 1/3 on sale. If it is profit, then cost will be kitna beta? 2/3. Correct. Anusha, Sangeeta, Nikhil, all of you are doing too good. Yeah. Kabil and Prajwal, all of you are following or not? Zoom chat is also on. Beta, koi doubt hai to pucho. Okay. Will you practice one more and tell me the answer tomorrow? If profit is 25% on cost and profit is 25% on sales. You will enjoy this, and this is a part not only in your costing, it is also there in your accounts, single entry and all the topics. It's also there in income tax, business head, closing stock is undervalued and all. It's also there in accounts, in insurance claims and all those topics where you use equation. That's why I covered it in the first class, and we will revise it over this 1 month. तो यू विल नॉट से कि डर है, कोई चीज का डर नहीं है, बट डर कैन नॉट बी ओवरटेकन. नो, आई एम पावरफुल, आई, ऐसे बोलने से नहीं होता बेटा. दैट विल कम बाय कंसिस्टेंटली प्रिपेयरिंग. Automatically, see how you all have learned driving cycle and then bike, and so many of you must be driving four wheelers also. So over the period, the first day of my four wheeler, I was sitting like this. होल्डिंग द स्टेयरिंग, अरे गेयर के लिए भी स्टेयरिंग छोड़ना पड़ेगा, एंड दैट हॉर्न एंड दैट इंडिकेटर एंड दैट कार का बोनेट आगे किसी को टच नहीं होना चाहिए. ओ माय गॉड, so many things. Now we are listening to music, we are singing, and we are driving leisurely, aram se. Got it? How did that come? By practice. Okay? Chal. Now we are learning some of the core theory concepts of costing for today. Is that fine? Equation. Later part we will also study the semi. 2 classes में मैं base level theory करा दूंगी. For every topic we will do, and at the end 1 class exclusively for theory of all the topics. Okay, right. Okay, what do you mean by cost? Cost refers to the expenditure you have incurred. You know, cost refers to the expenditure incurred in producing a product or rendering a service. How did Dipti ma'am decide that this course I'm going to price in 999? Because I know actually this is not going to be the price forever. I'll tell you that cutoff because I don't know. Shall I discuss this? Like we are doing cost for everyone, let us calculate the cost for Dipti ma'am. 400 pages of question answer material done by a typist. She charges. WhatsApp, Telegram, recharges of a specific phone for concept classes. Zoom charges on the monthly basis. These cameras and all. Xerox, printing, internet, app maintenance charges. All this. So, if I put everything on paper, okay, this is my, and so many of you I am reaching through YouTube. So many of you I am reaching through Telegram and all. So the way I reach to you, we need to pay, right? Okay. So these are all the cost incurred. Next is costing. The technique of ascertaining the cost for a doctor operating costing. The technique of ascertaining a cost for oil manufacturing company, process costing. The technique of ascertaining the cost, say for a specific size of shutters and all we are making, job costing. Are you getting? So costing is nothing but ascertaining the cost in a systematic way. The technique and the process of ascertaining the cost is called as costing. I'm not asking you to by heart these definitions, but learn it in smartly and repeated way so that you don't miss out on theory and MCQs. Of course, I'll teach you weightage wise what is more important. ठीक है ना? Cost accounting. The process of accounting for cost which begins with recording of income and expenditure. Listen to one thing carefully, all of you. Listen. In accounts, we purchase the raw material. Purchase is recorded, purchase to party, creditors, and sale is recorded, party to sale. In between, raw material came, it got inspected, it was in the storeroom, then we issued it for production. We issued 100 kgs, 10 kgs is lost, natural evaporation, leakage. This much output I got. Output which was not up to the benchmark was rejected. Remaining went into the storeroom, from there to my depot. So there are so many things happening in between, which it's not कि financial accounting is rest. Of course, financial account gives us mirror कि profit कितना है, balance sheet कहाँ stand कर रही है आपकी. Just it's the peak time of the elections. You all must be aware. So like people are daily, if they check 3 times, today they are checking 10 times their portfolio. Okay, every now and then Sensex is up or down. So this is what it is. So cost accounting records in detail how much raw material is received, how much is in stock. It helps in managing the insight in detail which is missing in the financial. Financial records, we just pass journal entry, purchase to party, party to sales. In between what is happening, that is taken care by cost accounting. Is my speed fine? I may be going little slow, but that is so that थोड़ा सा learn भी हो जाए आप सबको, ठीक है? So the process of accounting the cost, which begins from recording of income, expenditure, all, and preparation of the statements. The financial statements are different and costing is different. Let me tell you, once I qualified as a CA, 1999 November was my last final ka attempt. January 2000 संक्रांत के दिन I became a chartered accountant, and my first experience of working post qualification was a cost audit. With one of my senior colleagues, she got an opportunity and she wanted someone with degree to assist her, and I immediately accepted. I said, whatever you want to pay me, I want to learn. And we did the cost audit of a company. Cost audit is quite different from the tax audit or your statutory audit. Okay? Cost accountancy is a formal way of using all the costing standards and principles to record. Like, in a cost sheet, when I'm preparing, okay, Dipti ma'am ka Zoom ka expenditure itna hai, internet ka itna hai, printing ka itna hai. Do I say there could be losses also? Chalo, make. So in normal cases, we don't put abnormal losses. Are you getting my point? Who said this? Cost accounting principles. Followed? Right. Next is management accounting. That's why, so many times we say cost and FM are quite related. Both are in-depth, beautiful tools. And dear student, out of interest or whatever way, if you can have a grip on these topics while you qualify and go in field of practice, job, MNC companies, you will have an, extraordinary edge along with others. Everyone outside sitting is having the degree of CA or CMA. What is the quality in you, Sangeeta, that I should select you for this job? What is the quality, Nikhil, in you that I should select you for this job? Aman, tell me, why should I select you when all the others sitting outside are have? तो ये वाली बात है. ठीक है? Management accounting. It is application of principles of accounting and financial management to create, protect, preserve, increase value for the stakeholders. Management uses all these costing and financial data basically for decision making. Okay. And cost management. It is application of the management concepts, methods, collection, presentation. I'll tell you, easy way as a teacher for me was directly to start with cost sheet. हर बार मजा नहीं करना है बेटा. थोड़ा सा थ्योरी अगर सजा है तो वो सजा जेल लेना है. Now, how to convert this in English? This is not studies. This is a dialogue. Huh? If something which it is little tough to bear it. No. As a teacher, for me, I would enjoy teaching you some terms, imputed cost. Chalo, let us begin cost sheet. Anyhow, this is a practice batch. But why I'm reading for all of you? Because this is asked in exam. Distinguish between cost and management accounting, cost and financial accounting, and you need to score marks. After that, if you forget it also, no problem. ठीक है? Right, chalo. Okay. Now, what are the objectives? Why we are studying? So just now I told you my printing wala. Costing will help you to ascertain the cost. Financial books will show you the expenses which are incurred or due. Cost sheet will have detailed analysis. Once you know the cost and you know your markup, you can say, you bargain at places, they say 100 rupees, you say no, 40 rupees, they say nahi sir, nahi hoga, aage jaiye. So they know ki beyond the limit they cannot. So cost accounting helps to ascertain the cost, to fix up the selling price by adding the profit margin, to ascertain the profit, to take major decisions. If we have 2-3 products and we have this much factory space, shall we manufacture all or shall we manufacture the one which is profitable? If I am making, say, this is the digital pen, but say ball pens. So shall I get the ink from outside or shall we make ink? So major decisions of the companies are taken on basis of cost accounting. Today, like onion peel or like a flower, I want all of you to open up. थोड़ा tough way है, लेकिन ऐसे ही आप खिल जाओगे. So that later when I teach you cost sheet, you will not have doubts, basic doubts. ठीक है? Cost control and cost reduction. Can you make this your best friend? मतलब I can't say just go and check May 24 paper, May 23 paper, December 24. आपको जो paper देखना है, every exam you get a question on this. Okay, what's the objective or the purpose of learning this subject? we can help to know what is the cost of my product, so that this much profit and this much I can sell. What is the profit? What is the selling price? Will you be able to write? फिर से बोलो. Ascertain the cost, fix the selling price, ascertain the profit. They go hand in hand. Then helping management to take decisions. And last one is cost control and cost reduction. I'm not teaching here. नीचे एक difference है, directly we'll go there. Yeah, this one. By hearted, जितने 5-star KitKat खिलाना है सब खिला दो. This comes every exam for 5 to 7 marks. Are you all with me? Yeah. Chalo. Ma'am, what is the difference between cost reduction and cost control? We'll do it first orally. Cost reduction and cost control. Ma'am, are you teaching us English? If you feel so, no problem. Listen, cost reduction and cost control. So in existing situation, how I can control my cost? For example, I'm in Hyderabad. I want to travel from my place to our CA Institute, Hyderabad, ICI Hyderabad chapter. Okay. Now I'm going to commute the cost. So I can go by cab alone, or one more teacher is planning to go. She's also having GMCS classes. Can we collaborate and go and divide? Dutch kar sakte hain. So in the existing situation, how I can reduce the cost? Okay, that's cost control, existing situation. Now, can I do over the period, because I know I've been enjoying my classes at the chapter and I'm going to long run teach in that place only, ICI Hyderabad chapter, and say my husband is also having work from home. He can work from here or there. Can I just shift over there? This is in long run. I will reduce my commuting cost and time. Got it? So these are the terms. Once you understand the base level, acha, distinguish between, I have given it in the way एक sentence, you can write it left and right also. Okay? देखो, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत बार एग्जाम में आता है. Cost reduction and cost control. Cost control aims at maintaining the cost, while cost reduction, see, cost control means existing situation may how I can control the cost. Cost reduction is long run. Okay, now we found the solution. Instead of going in cab, let us go by Rapido or by bus. We will save on cost, done. But in long run, can we shift and so that we can save everyday cost? Yes. Cost control aims at maintaining the cost in accordance with established standards. Cost reduction is concerned with reducing the cost. It challenges the standards. Who? Cost reduction. I want to reduce my cost permanently. Control is okay. In existing scenario, how do I adjust? Cost control seeks to attain lowest possible cost under existing situation. Cost reduction recognizes no condition as permanent, and since a change will result in lower cost in future. Cost control emphasizes on past and present. Okay, आज कुछ तो करो, adjust something, allow me to go, double seat, चले जाएगा, हो जाएगा. Cost reduction is present and future. Okay, today you manage to control your cost. Can you do something to reduce your cost permanently? Cost control is preventive. Cost reduction is corrective. Arey, use the words, you will get 5 out of 5 marks. How many of you are feeling कि मैम थोड़ा सा आप रट्टा मरवा रहे हैं? तो वही सही. ये थियोरी है बेटा. दीप्ति मैम के लिए बहुत इजी है कि ये थियोरी आप कर लेना, या फिर हम एंड में करेंगे और हम सीधा कॉस्ट शीट मजेदार क्लास से शुरू करते हैं. बट वट एवर इट इज, एवरी डे 35 days, दैट आई वॉन्ट टू टीच यू. नॉट कि हाँ जस्ट बता दिया मिरर कुछ भी. चलो, cost control is preventive. Cost reduction is corrective. It operates even when most efficient cost control. Out of box thinking is your cost reduction. Cost control ends when the target is achieved. Cost reduction has no visible end. Again next time, okay, now the classes are over. 3 days I had to go. I booked the cab. I went. What about next time I get 30 days classes? How am I going to go? Okay, right. So this is the distinguish between. Okay, right. Now, come back to some more theory and then we will go to the practical part. Theory, practical ऐसे करेंगे हम. So did you understand what is the objective or what is the purpose of studying this subject? You can ascertain the cost of any item because now you know per unit material itna lagega, labor itna, overhead itna, total cost, my profit margin, my selling price. We can use. Followed. Importance of cost accounting is in decision making. It can help to control cost, avoid excessive cost. That in every chapter we will learn. Right from material, labor से कैसे काम करवाना, material का least cost कैसे रखें. It helps in budgeting. You know, every organization makes focus. Okay, upcoming. You know, every industry is using this. How? Let me say, whenever Dashera Diwali comes, no, if you go to any supermarket, piled up in front will be the chocolate, dry fruits, oil, sugar, these things which are required. And they have good schemes on that. Moment vacation starts, all travel agencies. Okay, this plus this offer. If you book now, flight ticket. So this is how the mindset is working. So you need to have a proper data, then you can use it to scale up, right? Okay, that's how the cost accounting is used. So use of cost accounting or importance is in decision making, in controlling the cost. It helps in planning and budgeting for future. Huh? It helps in measuring efficiency, which workers are working good, which product is more beneficial, which area of our factory is just lying idle. It helps in price determination. It helps in curtailing the losses. You know, after the festival season and before Dashera comes a time, it is in Hindi, it is called as Shraddh. There are 10 days wherein no one does new purchases. Let me tell you, the car dealers and all, they have offers in those times because every month they need to sell. That if you buy before 10th of October, you will get off on insurance, you will get 20% off on life tax. Followed. So, in off season, how to do your business. That's what. Yesterday, there was a full page ad on Zepto. Zepto hai na, online. They supply groceries and all. No, now they are not supplying groceries. Today is 4th of June. They are supplying all go to school bag wala offer. Compass box and stationery and lunch box, notebooks, tiffin box, bags. This is capitalizing the opportunity. So they know what is the market, how much people we can reach in this time. I know some of the retail stores throughout the year they sell, it's a ready-made garment showroom. But if it is school uniform, na, all garments in the good up. Abhi sirf uniform counters. In 1 month, they will earn good. Again, they start selling the garments. Again comes December, all woolens. Because everyone going out for traveling and all will need. ये सब costing है. Okay. Are you all understanding the practical side also along with theory? So will you be able to write a side heading in the exam? What is the importance of it? Will help you to fix up the cost, the selling price, decision making, control the cost, plan for the future, see who is efficient and not, curtail losses and expansion. We are working at 60% capacity and we are producing A and B. बचे हुए 40% में एनी हाउ विल पे टू द अकाउंटेंट, विल पे टू द सुपरवाइजर. समझ में आ रहा है? देयर विल बी सम जनरल स्टाफ टू whom we will pay all. Okay, so then in the 40% can we produce C product which will be easily be sold? I'll tell you, next time you go to a stationery shop, you see they will be keeping not only stationery, books also, games also, other items also. Again, Diwali comes, that same stationery wala is selling lanterns also. Again, the Sankrant and all comes, he's selling the colored those Rangoli colors also. So this is how the markets are operating, because they have certain overhead which they need to cover. I'll stop the theory here. Coming 10 minutes, we will do a practical part. Then we will take a break and again continue the theory. ठीक है? चलो. तो आ जाओ अपने notebook में. I'm making you write. You know, whenever we talk about cost, beta, whenever we talk about the cost or your overhead, there are many ways you can bifurcate the overhead. That is tomorrow's class. Day after tomorrow, we will start with the cost sheet, then material, labor, overhead, and then other topics. Okay. Now, as we go on for cost overhead, we should know there are certain overheads which are fixed overhead. Do you understand this term? There are certain expenditure in your business which are fixed in nature, like rent of your shop. Whether you use the full shop or not, rent once it is there, you have to pay. Ma'am, but this month, 10 days to my store was closed because of the labor strike and because of the holidays and all. No, but you have to pay rent. You have to pay salary for 31 days. Whereas we know staff is not working more than 23 days. 4 Sundays, some other labor holidays, blah, blah. So is this expenditure fixed? Yes. You are running cab services. Even if your 2 cabs are used and the third one is not used, still is the value depreciating, flux of time, wear and tear, obsolescence. All right. So these are fixed cost. Fixed cost का special part है constant in total. Constant in total. Fixed costs are constant in total. Do you understand this? Logic एकदम clear है सबको? चलो. Now, I hope all of you are writing. Then there is an element of overhead which is called as variable overhead. Variable overhead, like you can say direct material, direct labor, some of the direct expenses. Variable overhead की खास बात है, variable overhead is constant per unit. Shall I again use my own example? दीप्ति मैम, आप तो अपनी ही बात बता रहे हैं, तो आप अपनी ही बात बताएंगे ना? हाँ? Okay, listen all of you. For me, the fixed overhead is Zoom. Whether I take the classes 3 days or 1 month, I have to pay the monthly rent. I have to pay to my typist. Sometimes she's doing a lot of work, question papers and all. Sometimes she's just sitting and going. But I have to pay her. So these are my fixed expenses. What will be my variable expenses, beta? Books. Like I take the printout. This is the DT compiler. If there are 25 students, 25 copies, because again the next batch the material will change. I don't know, some of my close people, they say you are being over perfect. But then it has to change, no, ki okay, this is a trend now, these problems are asked, to add karo, ye nahi kar rahe hain, to kyon dimag kharab karna, hai na? So what is my variable expenses? My books. Like this, every organization will have. Okay, if you are not producing anything today, will you consume peanuts? If you are making peanuts oil, no. But if you are manufacturing that day 100 bags of peanuts you have used, and the day factory shut down, zero. So raw material is variable cost, which is constant per unit. Raw material per unit, labor per unit, direct expenses per unit. In between, one expenditure is there, which is called as semi-variable overhead. Bifurcation of this, you will use it in cost sheet, you will use it in overhead chapter, you will use it in operating costing, you will use it in job costing, you will use it in budgeting or more. मतलब as a student, forget which chapter I am teaching, beta, but you should know how to segregate semi-variable overhead into variable and fixed. semi-variable overhead into variable and fixed. Semi-variable overhead, I'll give an example. For example, my postpaid, my mobile is postpaid. So my postpaid electricity bills are there, or mobile bills are there. You know, up to 400 it is fixed per month, whether I use or not. I have to pay 400 rupees per month. Beyond that, if I'm making international calls, if I'm using overly the data and all, I will have to pay over and above per call basis. Per call basis, which will be say 250 rupees, which will be variable. See, so many times, for example, once the May exam is over, I had अभी 10 years तक तो concept classes offline पूरा चलता था. तो what was it, you know, that whether in the month of May, once exam is over, whole month the classroom will be vacant. I'll be enjoying holidays, my student. Then we gear up for group 2. Now it's not possible because now classes are going on thrice a year, exams are thrice a year. So just sharing one example. Even if whole month the classroom is closed, minimum electricity bills you have to pay. Electricity bill minimum. Am I right? Say my house is duplex and first floor, my son is out on tour. So I'm not using the first floor. First floor का अलग bill आता है. तो minimum 400 रुपए तो आएगा. But if first floor we are doing music, we are watching TV, we are switching on the AC, then I might have 600 more bill and 1000. So this minimum bill is fixed. This is variable. And this overhead is called as what? Semi-variable overhead. How many of you are clear? Fixed overhead is constant in total. Variable overhead is constant per unit. I will not teach this again in marginal costing. I have covered half an hour of my marginal costing class now. Job cost sheet now. मैम बजटिंग में आप नहीं सिखाओगे फिक्स्ड क्या है वेरिएबल क्या है? नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. रेफर द फर्स्ट क्लास अगेन, आई विल से. So now if you have any doubt, put it in chat box, unmute and ask. Okay, so now in exam, how to segregate semi variable overhead? There are different methods. Okay, first write down the heading. Promise you all are writing what I'm making you write. And Dipti ma'am's writing is not good, so I will fill up the whole page. Now I will sit and you write. ऐसे नहीं होगा, कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. So my disadvantage is my writing is not good. That how can you make advantage? By being attentive. Dipti ma'am is writing, साथ में लिख लो. बाद में इतना खिचखिच होगा, nothing you will understand. But I want promise, don't search these things. So many of you, I know, you all have printed your compiler and they are ready with you on your table. Good. Thank you for being that obedient. But अभी तो notebook नहीं खोलना है. I mean, से कोई book नहीं खोलना है. All of you should write what I'm making you write. And bang on. Tell me after 30 classes, ma'am, the way you taught this part helped us to score so well in so many topics. When I'm teaching you budgeting, there are other things to deal. ये chit fixed overhead, variable overhead, थोड़ी we'll discuss. Marginal costing, PV ratio, contribution. So many other things are there. Why you want to waste time? Now, practice. ठीक है? चलो. So open your notebooks and write what I am making you write. Methods. This can be asked as a theory question also, beta. Yeah, thank you so much, all of you live in Zoom, for being consistent. I'll give a break in another 10 minutes. ठीक है? रुक जाओ, फिर हम लोग break लेंगे. Methods of what do you call it? Methods of apportionment of semi-variable overhead. Literally, your mind must be wondering, ma'am, I saw this in budgeting, I saw this in operating costing, I saw this in overhead chapter. अरे किधर भी करना है अभी पढ़ लो. First method is graphical method, which is just for the sake of understanding. If they ask you to draw diagram, do. I'm going to teach you all the 5 methods. Out of this, nothing said which one you have to apply. वो भी I will tell you. That also I will tell you. Okay. Graphical method. x-axis, y-axis. Draw the diagram. Cost. This side output. Output means number of units produced and sold. Irrespective of the number of units produced and sold, your fixed cost is constant. Say here it's 0, here it's 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Are you getting? On the x-axis, we have number of units produced. On the y-axis, we have the cost. So even if you produce 10 units or you produce 100 units, rent, salary is going to be same, constant. Fixed cost is constant. Variable cost will go like this. Variable cost. Zero output, zero variable cost. More number of units, more variable cost. Oh, now instead of 100 units, are you producing 200 units or variable? Are you producing 300 units or variable? So start from 0. And from this one line you draw, this is called as your total cost. Ma'am, why you are starting total cost from here, beta? Because even if you produce 0 items today, your shutdown cost or your fixed cost, your minimum cost is going to be there. होने ही वाला है, minimum cost लगने ही वाला है आपको. बोल. I really want a frank opinion. Anyone feeling the class is going bouncer or not able to draw diagram, tell. Ma'am, is this diagram going to come in exam? ऐसे question मत पूछना. किसी ने नहीं पूछा, ये मैं खुद से ही पहले ही warn कर दे रही हूँ. As a teacher, trust me, I will not teach one thing which is very lucrative but out of the class, because your time is valuable, my time is valuable. You have to write DT, IDT, custom, costing, tax, account, सब लिखना है ना बेटा exam. तो मैं नहीं करूँगी. I'll never take that. Finish drawing the diagram. Anyone needs any help? Done, done, done. On chat box should messages should come. Thank you. Thank you. See, you know what, beta? BEP, there's a break-even point concept wherein diagrams are asked in exam. This is the base for that. है ना? Right. So start your variable cost from 0, start your total cost and this fixed cost. Done, done, done. Thank you. Thank you. This is a graphical method. When to do, beta? If they ask you to do. Second method is the method which you will do in exam if nothing given, and if they ask you in MCQ or in case study, segregate the overhead into fixed and variable, use high and low method. High and low point method. High and low point method. Okay. What will you do in this high and low point method? They'll give you data. For example, let us write is sales value and total cost. Write down the data the way I'm making you write, irrespective of you have the material or not. At the highest volume, say your sales is 1,40,000. Your total cost is 72. At the lowest level, in off season, lowest volume of your sales value is 80,000 and your cost is 60,000. Arey, I am to going little advanced. Listen now. Finish writing this much. Please keep some space on the right hand side and listen. 2 minute pen नीचे रखे. I have told you the secret that this cost is a semi-variable overhead. Otherwise also you can judge. You know how? Shall we do one practice? For example, 1 second, huh, dear students. Camera is shaking. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, listen all of you. Ma'am, how do we come to know that this total cost is a semi-variable overhead? How will you come to know, beta? कैसे पता चलेगा? Yeah. When your sales is 1,40,000, the cost is 72. At 80,000 also, had it been 72,000, we will call it at fixed overhead, because fixed overhead is constant in total. Huh? So this is not a fixed overhead. I am making you practice something which you will have to do in exam analysis, mindset analysis on your own. Chalo aa jao. Now at 1 lakh, I just want you all to write. Huh? This is only for practice. What I am writing, I will not make you write again and again, but we are at the base level of the class. So promise me you all are going to click the pictures and send me in the WhatsApp group. Okay? If you feel Dipti ma'am is really putting efforts to help us clear our exam, तो इतना तो कर दोगे आप. हाँ, only for practice. हाँ. At 1,40,000 sale, if it is 72,000, and at 80,000 sale also, if it is 72,000, then it is a fixed overhead. Ma'am, this is not a fixed overhead because this is changing. Okay. ये हमारा फर्स्ट वाला लॉजिक क्लियर हो गया. नाउ डोंट राइट दिस इन फाइनल एग्जाम. हाँ, एक जगह पूछा भी है 8 मार्क्स प्रॉब्लम, दे मेड यू राइट दिस कि सेग्रीगेट द ओवरहेड्स एंड देन मेक अ फ्लेक्सिबल बजट. हाँ, नाउ at 1,40,000, if it is 72,000, at 80,000 कितना? Can you cross multiply 80,000 into 72,000 divide by 1,40,000? Do and tell me the answer. दीप्ति मैम कैलकुलेट करके देते, मैं बैठता. No, please, someone is going to calculate in final exam for you. Quick, 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 faster than me. 1,40,000 पे 72,000, 80,000 पे कितना? 80,000. हाँ, 80. You are getting? I am cross multiplying. How much is it coming? कितना आ रहा है? Put it in chat box. Some 41, 143. It is not variable overhead. See, if it is variable overhead, if it is fixed per unit, it will change. समझ में आ रहा है आप सबको? If it is variable overhead, 140 पे 72, तो 80 पे कितना? तो 60 पे कितना? Proportionately, when it changes, it's a variable overhead. If it is constant at all levels, it's a fixed overhead. That means it's semi-variable overhead, right? Now listen to the concept. I am literally saying I'm going to save my time and energy and ask you to watch this part again and again. Those who are live in YouTube, once the video is uploaded, can you put the minutes where I have started this semi-variable overhead? And those who are in Zoom, please go and comment in the YouTube video if you really like this, to make others also understand to go for conceptual coaching, because you are not writing just costing exam. You are preparing for your final SCM. You are not writing FM exam. You are preparing for SFM final. You are not writing DT ma'am's DT ka exam. You are preparing for DT final. So base solid hai, to I can bring you 100 of students who are qualified, and I know how they have built up their confidence at inter level. Ma'am, utna time nahi hai exam ko, please, time sab ho jayega. I'll take care. Chalo. Now, some of you may be feeling silly also because you have studied this so well earlier. Keep patience. I'm not going to teach this in operating and budgeting costing. that time I'll directly calculate. तो अभी भाग मत जाओ, revise करो या learn करो, your wish. So it's not a fixed overhead, it's not a variable overhead. Now, listen carefully. If there is a change in sales, the cost will change only because of the variable element. Correct or not? See, in total cost, we know there is a variable overhead also, there's a fixed overhead also. But this change in the total cost, 72 to 60 or 60 to 72, yeah, this is only because of the variable element in the total overhead, because fixed cost is so constant everywhere, right? Now, let us check this. कहाँ थे आप लोग, बोलो. हाँ, तो अब हम कैसे करेंगे? Variable cost we can calculate per unit, but here per unit is missing. So we can do variable cost percentage change in cost by change in sales into 100. मैम इज इट अ फॉर्मूला? नो बेटा, आप ही कर सकते हो कि कॉस्ट में चेंज कितना हो रहा है, 12,000. सेल्स में हाउ मच देयर इज अ चेंज, 60,000. So how much that is coming? 12,000 divided by 60,000 into 100. 20%. I hope you are getting. When the cost semi variable overhead में, ये देखो, पेशेंस के साथ करना है. दीप्ति मैम हर बार ऐसे पढ़ाएंगे नहीं पढ़ाएंगे बेटा, जो पढ़ाएंगे बहुत इन डेप्थ पढ़ाएंगे, बट दिस पार्ट तो यू विल हैव टू रिवाइज. दिस इज योर semi variable overhead. If it is changing, if it is going from here to here, in semi variable also fixed cost is the same, no? You all have drawn the diagram. Only the variable part is changing. So if we can know that variable part and change, we can work on check. In semi variable overhead, the variable cost percentage on sales is 20%. 20%. ठीक है? So now can we say in the variable cost as a percentage on sales is 20%. You can put an arrow mark here. 20% on sales is the variable overhead. So 1,40,000 ka 20%. 28,000 is variable. So what will be the fixed overhead? 72,000 minus 28,000. That is 44,000. You are doing theory also with this. I will tell you how. Chalo, aaja. Here, 80,000 ka 20%. 16,000 is variable overhead. And total is 60,000 minus 16,000. आ गया 44,000. Are you clear or not? In total cost, if I say variable overhead is 20% on sales, so remaining is fixed overhead. Ma'am, what's the use of doing all this jig? I'll tell you. If they ask you, use it. How do you use it? If they actually, I should have left space up only, पर मैंने नहीं छोड़ा तो अब हम कर लेंगे. हाँ, सुनो, अगर ये पूछते हैं, मैम what if sometime my sales is 50,000? Exam में short it comes, what is my total overhead? Question mark. I want you all to calculate now. There are more methods, but after this we'll take a break of 5 minutes. धूप खा के आओ, पानी पी के आओ, फ्रेश होके आ जाओ, पर ये करके जाओ, आंसर बोल के जाओ. I'm asking you, all of you, Anusha, Nikhil, Aman, Sangeeta, all of you, tell me, if my sales in future drops to 50,000, what is going to be my variable overhead? Who will calculate? And say the answer first. Who will calculate and say the answer first? Acha, what if my sale goes bumper 2 lakh? Sale. What will be the total overhead? What will be the variable overhead? What will be the fixed overhead? I want the answer. If it is wrong, This is your own place. You have come to learn here. I'm not going to scold you or shout your names. नहीं बेटा आपने गलत बताया. No. आमिर खान ने मना किया है. गलतियां नोटिस बोर्ड पे मत लगाओ. Praises in general, critics in personal. This should be the formula of life. Praises in public. Okay, you want to appreciate someone has taught you or you understood the concept in public. You want to say, ma'am, this I didn't like or this you didn't explain in personal. Bolo. I'm waiting. Huh? Chat box is on. Even live chat is on. Live chat भी अगर आप कर रहे हो तो वहां भी आंसर डाल दो. Repeatedly, I am saying only first 3 classes are live in YouTube because I don't know, in spite of taking so many DT, IDT, we want demo. So dekho demo. Then if you feel you can trust me, trust. If you feel you cannot trust me, no problem. All the best. Bolo. How will you solve it? Abhi to my sales was 140 to 72, 80 to 60. If my sale drops to 50,000, how will you start? Has anyone done? एक mindset बताऊं बेटा. Shall I say one mindset? As I said, I am also a student. Some of you know, sitting in the class, they are doing in their notebook. They are not daring to type and say. And the moment Dipti ma'am will say the answer, no, देख मैं बोली थी ना, मेरा correct है, तो बोलो ना, मुझे बोलो. The more, not with Dipti ma'am, I'm not teaching law accounts or, but with other teachers, the more you dare in the classroom, the more you dare in the outside world, and you outperform in your family, in your neighbors, in your all, in your offices. Bolo, answer bolo beta. Yes. Anyone else? अरे don't send direct answers ना, डाल दो, कुछ नहीं. This is your own place. यहाँ भर भर की गलतियां करना. Can I say I have got a formula that on sales 20% is my variable cost? So 50,000 का 20% is 10,000. And fixed cost is तो constant anyhow. 44,000 है ना? Constant ही है ना? 44,000. So what will be total? 54,000. Oh, loss होने वाला है. 2 lakhs. If your sales goes up instead of 1,40,000 to 2 lakh. Now can you all say the answer? Maria, Prajwal, Nitya. Who wants to say the answer? Say beta. Abhi, just calculate the variable overhead first. If my sales is 2 lakh, what's going to be my total overhead? Semi-variable, including fixed and variable. This is the most tricky method. You do it in the exam if they ask high low. Otherwise, one more most easiest method I'll say. Third one after this. Yes. Put your answers in chat box. Correct. 2 lakh pay 20%. 40,000 is my variable overhead. And fixed overhead is anyhow fixed, 44. So what will be my total overhead? 84,000. Clear to all of you? You want to do more practice or clear? Okay, we'll take a pause here. Exactly see your watches now and come back in 5 minutes. And we are continuing with other methods of semi-variable overhead and some more theory. Okay? Right. Okay, are you all also back? Yes, we'll continue with the most important method. इससे भी ज़्यादा important. Anyone is having doubt? Thank you for keeping the chat box active. Hope you all are not tired. 1:30 tak we can go on. Some practical, some theory, and revise every day at home within 24 hours. It is scientifically proved whatever teacher says, if you revise, how you go for a movie and the next 24 hours, the movie ke dialogues, the scenes, the dresses, the songs, which you really like, that lingers in your mind, that goes on in your mind because you really like some of the scenes, some dialogues. वो होता ही है. So that is the same effect if you have studied from any teacher within 24 hours. If you revise that, you will learn it at a faster pace. To say, yeah, Dipti ma'am is giving recording also, no? Let me go slow, kal kar lunga, parso kar tu. वो कल परसों कभी नहीं आएगा. Okay, right. And backup is given for some emergency for you to, if you miss the classes. Imagine, if I say no backup, just live classes, you all will be attending it more seriously. But then everyone is giving everyday reason. Aaj ka class, kal ka class. Take backup in the app, 1.5 view for 6 months, no problem. Make sure you attend it live. Huh? Are you feeling the difference or not? That doing with a teacher is different and watching the recorded video on your own is different. Of course, students are watching the recorded videos and they've scored like anything. Akshada accounts, all subject marks if you see. And I didn't teach her. She has taken all the recorded lectures. But there's a different kind of commitment I feel. Okay? Chalo. So we are into the practical part that if they give you semi-variable overhead, fixed overhead constant in total. Variable overhead is constant per unit. Semi-variable overhead, if you give, can you bifurcate into the fixed and variable part either by percentage basis, which I did now, high-low method. You can take any two levels in exam, or graphical method, or now what we are doing, it is called as comparison at different level of the activity. Now what I did was percentage basis. Now same thing I will do per unit. Okay, at different levels if they give you the per unit basis. Write down. Third method, A or B ho gaya, C. Notebooks also everyone is complete what you are writing. It is called as comparison by level of activity. You know what is level of activity? Units, grams. This was in percentage. This is in units. Level of activity. Again, write down. Okay. Like here we'll write say months. Here we'll write number of units produced and sold. Here we'll write the semi-variable overhead. Can you bifurcate into the variable overhead and fixed overhead? Yes. Suppose in exam that January month, 100 units are produced and the semi-variable overhead is 260. February, 140 units are produced and the semi-variable overhead is 300. Finish writing this much, beta, with me. I know if it is easy as a teacher, why I am teaching. Some of you like, हाँ ma'am, we'll do it on our own. नहीं होगा, डबल टाइम लगेगा आपको. Okay, right. Now listen, all of you. Leave 2-3 lines and then say. First one. It's not a fixed overhead as it's not constant in total. See, you have to write this in exam in a topic called budgeting and all. See, if you produce 100 units, it's 260. If you produce 140 units also, it's 260. If that would have been the case, then it is a fixed overhead, but it's not fixed overhead because it's not constant in total. Now I'll check the second one. At 100 units, it is 260. So let's say 2.6 per unit. So at 140 units, I hope you are getting what I'm saying. 100 units पे 260 है, तो 140 units into 2.6 कितना? 364. Whereas it is to 300. So it is not variable overhead. Why? Because per unit is not constant. Per unit is not constant. Okay. It is not a variable overhead because per unit is not constant. अगर per unit constant रहता तो for 100 unit it is 260, so for 140 unit it should have been 364, but it's 300. That means it is semi variable overhead. Now listen, when the number of units change, the change in the cost is because of the variable element. Ma'am, your dialogue is too good. I know. Thank you. Change in units, the change in the cost is because of the variable element, because fixed cost तो constant है. देखो, change variable cost per unit is equal to change in cost by change in units. What is the change? Any two, huh? Ma'am, if they give you January, February, March, April, we can take any two, any two. Change in the cost is 40. So what is the change in units? 40. So can I say variable cost is equal to 1 per unit? Finish writing or I am waiting? Ma'am, this too also we should write. Answer is yes. So many of you feeling, Dipti ma'am, we already know this. This is printed in your material on some page number. We'll do it at home. नहीं होगा बेटा, साथ में करो. Change in cost by change in units. Clear to all of you? So variable cost is 1 per unit. So 100 units are produced. So if the variable cost is 1 per unit, 100, तो fixed cost कितना होगा? 160, balancing figure. If out of the total overhead, variable overhead you have got, fixed cost is balancing figure. At 140 units, what will be the variable overhead? 140. So fixed cost कितना होगा? 160. Now I want to predict. I am predicting कि मार्च मंथ में we will produce 250 units. ठीक है. What will be variable overhead? 250. What is fixed overhead? 160. What is total overhead? 310. नहीं, 310 नहीं. 250 plus 160, 410. 410. See, 140 units पे 300 तो 250 units can't be 310. I hope you are getting. As a student, as a teacher, when we go wrong, it's okay. But we should ourselves know that alert techniques that we can do it right also. Nice, clear. Next. कहाँ थे हम? If they say in the April month, sale is going to be only 80 units, then this is 80, this is 160, 80 and 160. 320. Clear to all of you? So like this, either we know that variable cost is 20% of sale, or we know that variable cost is 1 per unit, or percentage. You can use. Nothing given in the exam, you have to use this method. Nothing given in the exam, you have to use this method. Comparison by level of the activity. ठीक है? Right. चलो. And there are more methods. How many methods we have done? We have done the high-low method. We have done the comparison. We have done the graphical method. One more method is the analytical method. They will analyze and do. This cannot be worked out directly. Analytical method. Just they will analyze the nature, fixed and variable, and do. And last one, so many times, is equation method. Least square method. All methods are given in your study material, or equation method. You know how we make simultaneous equations and we solve it. Nothing given, use the third method. Ma'am, but third method we can use only if number of units are given. If they give you sales, you have to use the percentage method. By practice, this will come, and use this universal in all your chapters. Be it your cost sheet, be it your operating costing, be it your budgeting or job costing, कहीं भी आप इसको use कर सकते हैं बेटा. ऐसा लग रहा है रेसिपी पढ़ा रही हूँ मैं कुकिंग की. Least square method or equation method. Okay, right. Okay, here they have given one equation, almost same kind of calculation what you have done up, but they are using the equation. So mx plus c. Ma'am, now what is this? You should know. M एक एक करके लिखते हैं कि क्या होगा. Okay, so first of all y is the total cost. अभी हमने किया ना, total semi variable overhead. Okay, M represents the variable cost per unit. Just now you got the variable cost per unit is 1 rupee per unit. That is M. X is the number of units. So number of units into variable cost. This will give you the variable cost. And C represents the fixed cost. This is the fixed cost. Ma'am, exactly same what we have done in the third method. Answer is yes. Y is the total cost. M is the variable cost per unit. X is the number of units. And C is the fixed cost. अच्छा है, clear है. Right? Now let us apply and do it. This side they will give you the capacity. You know how in budgeting and all we operate at the capacity. So at 60% capacity. Now variable cost, number of units given or number of hours given or number of kgs. Okay? So let us take one example. As good as we have solved 4-5 good problems only. So capacity is 60%. There the labor hours are 150 hours work, and the semi-variable overhead total is 1200. Say instead of this, if you work at 80% capacity, you have to use 200 labor hours, and your total semi-variable overhead is 1275. This is the data given. Now in semi-variable overhead, we have. Are you following? I'm using the same table format. हाँ, और स्केलिंग का टाइम नहीं है तो एग्जाम में भी थोड़ा ऐसा गैप देके you can do it. Yeah, ledgers and all, if they ask you to make, तो स्केलिंग करना पड़ेगा ना. 60% पे 150 hours 1200, 80% पे 200 hours 1275. ठीक है. Now whenever capacity is changing, okay, then semi-variable overhead is changing or hours are changing. So this data you can solve with high-low method. You can solve with the level of activity method, but we will use the equation method. Okay? Can we put this in the equation and can we solve it? Yes. At 60%, y is equal to mx plus c. Y is total overhead. M is labor hours. Sorry, M is missing. M is variable cost per unit or variable cost per hour. So that is missing. X is how many hours? 150 hours. And C also we don't. I hope you are getting. I'm just making equation. At 1275, it's M into 200 hours. C is the fixed cost. I don't know. So this is my equation 1. I can solve this problem with all the methods. Can you all also solve? समझ में आया आप सबको? Equation 1 is 1200 into 150 M. Now can we solve it? 150 M plus C. 1275 into this. Now can we do equation 2 minus equation 1? This minus this. So this will be 75. This will be 50 M. And C will get cancelled. So M, that means the per hour is coming to 75 divided by 50. 75 divided by 50. 1.5 per hour will be the rate. Equation, you know, you can place the equation or you can cancel the equation. Now, when you have done this, I hope first class ही overdose तो नहीं लग रहा है ना? समझ में आ रहा है? थोड़ा practical किया ये. This is very interesting. Watch it again. Any doubt you have, click the picture, send in Telegram or put it in the WhatsApp challenges group. Most of you are there. Once you get M, can we work out Y is equal to 1.5 R into 150 plus C, and Y is given यहाँ पे how much? 1200. So 1200 into, I have put M, I am now finding C. 150 into 1.5, 225 plus C. So what is the C or the fixed cost? 975. 975. Are you getting? Ma'am, can we check it is correct? Yeah, you can put it in. This was like I have put it in 60%. You can put in 80% and check. M is how much? 1.5 into 200. And C is how much? 975. देखो कितना आ रहा है? 200 into 1.5. 300 and 975. 1275. Exactly same answer what you get. So proved it is correct. Satisfied with the simultaneous equation. Anywhere there are 2-3 topics where it is asked, so at least we are saying high simultaneous equation. I'll be able to manage you, minus you, plus you, substitute you. I'll teach you all the ways. Got it with the equation method? So at 1200, what is the fixed cost? 975. So what is the variable cost? 225. At 1275, what is the fixed cost? 975. So what is the variable overhead? 300. In anyhow, did you get or not? Huh. Now I am doing, if they say operate at 90%. 90% पे कर लो, देखो. 90% पे. How many hours? 80% पे 200. तो 90% पे कितना होगा? 90 into 200 divided by 80. 225 hours. Can you please tell me 225 hours, what will be the cost? So can we calculate immediately? Semi-variable overhead पता करना है ना? You have to calculate this as your answer. We know this is 1.5 per hour. है ना? So 225 hours into 1.5. That is 338. And this is already 975. I've just rounded off, huh? 225 . 1313 is your answer. Like this, once you know the data in your semi-variable overhead, what is your variable element? What is your fixed element? Okay, right? You can segregate it. So many of you have joined now, but this is live class is going to be 3 days. Please share this video in all the other groups. If you really feel you can learn conceptually well with me, spare time 2.5 hours daily with 1 hour of homework, and your costing is like cemented. फाइनल एसएफएम तक आपको कोई डाउट नहीं होगा बेटा कभी भी. ओके, so share it with your friends and tell them also to join live. Is this equation wala method clear? Fifth method, ma'am, we can solve this with our percentage method also. Yeah, 60% पे 1200, 80% change in the percentage and change in cost. We can do it based on units also. Hours, hourly rate is fixed, no? So you can do it with all the methods. Finished writing or shall I? मैं वापस share करूँ? देखो, कहीं रह गया है तो लिख लो. Yeah. Ask your doubts if you have any. I know live and Zoom both are going on. Thank you so much to the Zoom students for being super duper cooperative. Please give a feedback in Zoom and in live ki last 20 minutes were helpful or not. Never you will be stuck up in overhead chapter, in cost sheet, in your budgeting. हर जगह use होगा. How many methods we have studied? Graphical method if they ask. High-low method if number of units asked are missing. Nothing given, use this third method if they give you number of units and hours. Fourth is analytical method, that is just by some consequences you analyze. And fifth is this. Okay, least square method. Now open your material and we are here. Yeah, there's some theory we'll do. Yeah, it's looking like a regular batch now. फटाफट एक क्लास में तो हमने बता नहीं दिया आपको. Yeah, this one I was teaching you. Variable cost vary with the volume of the activity. Semi-variable overhead. Fixed cost is constant. Semi-variable overhead is having both the element. Fixed cost will be constant, but variable overhead is also there. Now, how to segregate the semi-variable overhead? All 5 methods we have studied. Graphical method, draw the diagram. High-low point method, I taught you. Analytical method is by experience of cost accountant. He tries to decide, okay, semi-variable mein this much will be the variable, this is fixed. Comparison method, that is instead of number of units, if they give you hours also, you can use change in the cost because of change in hours. Least square method, y is equal to mx plus c. Y is total cost. M represents cost per unit or cost per hour. X is the volume, that is hours and all. C is the fixed cost. So once you know this data, then you can use it in predicting. Okay? Right? Now, let us check up some more data. That is, what do you mean by the types of overheads? All we will check tomorrow. Yeah. You remember I have already explained you what is cost reduction and cost control. Cost control is what best you can do in existing situation. Cost reduction is futuristic. Okay. Distinguish between financial account and cost account. This is pretty easy. You can do it. Still, I'll read it once. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Financial accounts are, as I told you, They will give you the results, the profit, the balance sheet, the position. But cost records will give you in depth. Like in financial books, we record purchase and sale. In cost, we record after purchasing how much is in stock, how much goes for production, what is the loss. So it provides information for financial performance. It provides information for cost control decision making. It records, classifies presence, transaction in money terms. In costing, though, we record variances, abnormal loss, normal loss. Accounts, may we don't recognize all that. Yeah. Material, labor, overhead. No. Here in financial books, all this will come under expenses. And here expenses are incurred on actual basis. In cost accounting, we absorb it so that we can predict, okay, next month how much offer I can give, what will be my cost, and so on. It uses historical data. It uses historical as well as predetermined cost. कि my material cost इतना पड़ता है, labor मुझे इतना पड़ता है, overhead कम से कम इतना तो मैं earn करूं, otherwise तो shutter डालो घर जाओ. So like this, the cost accounting is vaster than financial accounting. It will not only use historical data, other data. The users of financial accounts are shareholders, creditors, analysts, government, outsiders. Cost accounting is internal, day-to-day management. Looking at my stock account and all in financial books, I cannot see how much is purchased, how much is used, what is the peak time when more material is used, what is the percentage of wastage. So this will be internal, this will be external. It shows profit, it shows detailed cost. ये profit कैसे बताएगा? Sale or income minus expense. This will show you in expense how much is direct, how much is indirect, what is office, what is admin, what is selling expense, and so on. Financial statements are prepared for a year. Here the reports are prepared as and when required. Costing is more detailed. Financial is like to एक formality. साल में quarterly reports, yearly reports, shareholders. A set format is there. Costing, so I'm telling you, I told you the very secret of scoring marks in exam is put the question data in your answer sheet. Is this all clear to all of you? चलो. Then cost, अभी cost and financial था, अब cost and management. Cost records, quantitative aspects, management is like a combination, of finance and costing both. So qualitative and quantitative. This will give you the cost of producing a product or for providing a service. This management helps you in planning and future. It helps to ascertain the cost. Management, top management will do all the budgeting planning. If we are working at 60%, in 40%, can we produce one more product? Management account. Will the management accounting get lot of inputs from cost accounting? Yes. It uses past and present. It is always future oriented management. It's developed, is related to industrial revolution. It develops in accordance with a modern business requirement. एक टाइम ऐसा था कंपनी में फाइनेंस मैनेजर का क्या काम है. Now तो in FM we have a beautiful topic called as capital structure. Oh, you need 100 lakhs. Why you want to issue equity shares? 60 equity, 20 loan, and 20 debentures. So much betterment of use of funding is done because of the expertise of financial management. They are called as analysts. So this will focus on projections. This will focus on funds. This is industrial based. This came because of the modern day requirement. Cost accounting does follow certain principles. It does not have any rules. It's just using the data and focusing. Okay? This is routine. Okay. Who are the users of cost and management accounting? Internal users, hierarchy mein. Employees. Employees want to know the cost, the bonuses, the calculations. Managers, operational level staff. How in organization I will report to B, B will report to C, C will give instruction to B, B will give to me, and so on. External, Even the external authorities, like nowadays, so many companies, cost audit is necessary. It is done by cost accountant only. So for external users, auditors, shareholders, creditors, lenders, regulatory authorities, मतलब सब आ गया. Government, FEMA, SEBI, Companies Act, all will need the data of the company. That's why different kind of reports we make, different kind of ratios we calculate. This you can read in detail at home कि what detail में क्या क्या use करेंगे. कुछ doubt है तो आप पूछ सकते हो. This is like highlighted question. Until now the first highlighted question was what beta? क्या पढ़े थे? Scope of cost accounting. Second highlighted question I have taught you is distinguish between cost reduction cost. This is the third one. Ma'am, you will teach everything and then give the weightage. Answer is yes. Limitation भी है. It's not कि yeah, we have a good cost accounting system. अरे, we can do wonders. We have a superb cost account. सिर्फ system डालने से काम नहीं होता ना. If you make a beautiful planner with Dipti ma'am, if you make a beautiful planner with Dipti ma'am, तो पढ़ाई हो जाएगी. Or you have to make a realistic, imply it, apply it, and if there are certain deviations, again take our help. Ma'am, I decided this, but I'm doing this. Okay, we'll help. So there are certain limitations of cost accounting. Mark it, very important theory question. Short note for 5 marks. Expensive. Financial accounting is purchase to party, sales is party to sales. No, you want to take care of how much raw material came in, who did the inspection, how much went in go down, how much went in production, what are the normal losses, how much is transferred from one, blah blah. If you want detailed cost accounting, you need to have another system, another people, another paperwork, all that. So parallelly to financial accounting, you need to have cost accounting system, which is going to be expensive. That's why it's not suitable for small firm. Ma'am, but just now you gave the example of your printer, Xerox wala, he knows. Ma'am, volume 1 of compiler 2, 396 pages, printing cost will be 400, courier will be 200, and 50 rupees for the packing, labeling, all. He knows as a layman, but if you want to use it at a higher level, you need to have a separate department. You can't ask the financial department, oh, you are a chartered accountant, finance manager, can you maintain costing detail? Koi nahi karega. It will not be effective, it will be waste. Requirement to reconcile. If you have costing book separate, financial book separate, you can't get same profit. Because costing says abnormal loss, we will not record. Interest, we will not record. Financial books will say whatever expenditure is incurred, we will record. So they are going to show different profit. You need to reconcile. Or you can go for integrated system of cost accounting, wherein financial books and costing books are kept at one place. Okay. Duplication of the work. As I said, lot of records. Cost accounting wants to maintain raw material, how much is purchased, how much is sent. And accounts department also wants the detail, how much raw material is purchased, because we have to make payment. So there may be duplication. Cost accounting system itself does not control the cost. अरे मेरे पास cost accounting system है. India का expert cost accountant I have hired to make a system. But you have to make the system work, and lack of coordination. You know, dishum is going on between the costing and financial department. If they don't coordinate with each other, very difficult. Followed? So these are some limitations we can definitely be overcome. It's expensive, it requires reconciliation, lot of duplication of work, and in itself doesn't mean that it is efficient, and lack of coordination. Okay, right. Now, okay, you want to put in the best of the costing system in your organizations. So what are the factors you will take care? Yeah. See, cost accounting system can be used by service-oriented industry, chain of hotels. How do they fix up their room rent? Huh? You go to some of the restaurants and they say per head cost will be 750. How do they fix up? because they know how many salad soups ये वो समझ में आ रहा है. So cost accounting system can be used by a trader, by a manufacturer, by a service provider. So what are the factors you will see? Objective. Why you want cost accounting system? Nature of the business will differ. General organization. Is there a hierarchy or one man show? Proprietor is only doing all the business. Technical details. Change in the operations. See, in accounts, you say expense to bank. You don't bother if this expense is fixed or variable or semi-variable. But in costing, you need to segregate the expense into fixed and variable and semi-variable. Otherwise, you will not be able to take decision. Marginal costing and all, you cannot. Huh? Method of, you have to check all this. It should be informative. Whatever cost accounting system you bring, it should be informative. It should be accurate. And simple. So now this was the क्या क्या चीजें आप चेक करोगे. Can you please all write here R for reading? हाँ, अब एग्जाम में क्या लिखना है? इतना सारा नहीं लिखना है, बस ये लिख के आना. This will come in final exam. Literally saying the theory question comes for CA students also, last question for CMA also, last question. तो वहां जाके देखना है. Essentials of good cost accounting system. Along with your financial books, if you want the cost accounting system, it has to be informative and simple. Simple. It should be tailor-made, practical, simple, accurate. All data should be accurately recorded. Quantity, product, coding system. Support from management at various levels. Good cost accounting system should give cost benefit. Of course, installing costing system is costly, but later on, if through that managements are taking good decision and they are able to control the cost, nothing like that. Precise information. Yeah, it should give to the point information. So what are the good qualities of a good cost accounting system? Informative, simple, accurate, support from management, cost benefit, precise information, procedure should be clear, कौन किसको report करेगा किससे, and trust. Managements need to trust the data given by the cost accounting system. So that's all for today's class. Wait for 2 minutes more, as every day we have decided that we will spare maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes for building up a strong, solid mindset that is keeping you hold now. So many of them have left. Oh, 3 days she's going to put live class, no? We'll watch. अरे क्यों extra time जाना है? एक दिन lunch थोड़ा late खा लो. Please have a very good breakfast because class is going to be 2.5 hours daily with a break in between. ठीक है? Right? So according to that you have to adjust. अब आज हमने जो लिखा है वो भी आपको पढ़ना है. And one more thing, I want all of you in your notebook, back 20 pages you can leave and you can write there. You can do it. You can do it mindset, or you can do it whatever you say. So a lot of activities you will be doing in that. Today is your day 1, and so activity 1 is, what are my joy list? Ma'am, ये क्या लिखा रहे हो आप हमसे? What are my joy list? As a student, it is very common. Not as a student. Why student? As a teacher also. It's very easy to get sometimes angry, to get dull, to feel demotivated, to go into a shell कि नहीं मेरे को नहीं पढ़ना, to have doubt and fear. It's very common. But how long you are going to be in that negative emotion? I'm not saying don't be negative, be always positive. It's impossible. It's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to express. But you yourself, if you know yourself better, you can perform well. You can bring the best in yourself because you know yourself well. So I want all of you to write at least 10 items here अगर गुस्सा आया, रोना आया, टाइम वेस्ट किया, जो भी हुआ, हाउ फास्ट यू कैन कम बैक. And for that, what is a joy list? If you are feeling too frustrated, I decided to study 6 hours, 4 hours से ज्यादा मेरे से पढ़ा नहीं जा रहा, उठ जाओ, go out, eat ice cream, eat pani puri, call up your friends, listen to music, go for a nature's walk, play some number and dance. Movement is best for body. I'm not teaching you weight reduction, so I'm just giving you some of the examples. Or just picking the phone and speaking to your mentor. So you should be aware that whenever I go down, it's absolutely okay. Negative, angry, crying, frustrated, anxiety, fear, no problem. But what is it which will help me to come? Sometimes simply writing the things, will help it up. Okay, today I will do this, tomorrow after Dipti ma'am's class, just writing the things or just writing it in a later way. Dear Dipti, today I'm feeling this. I know this will happen, but last time also it happened. I overtook. As I'm reaping so much of good benefits, I need to reap this also. Blah. So this is the way you should have. At least no need to share it with anyone, not even with me. But I have given you my joy list example. On my terrace, I have more than 60-80 plants. If I just go and spend 10 minutes over there, some flowers, some herbs, some vegetable, the way I see them growing, the way I see them becoming dull flowers, sham tak to murja jate hain, I come out of that. So listening to music, going for walks, speaking to my mom, these are some of my joy list. So like this, you write this. This is your you can do it activity every day. For all the 30-35 classes we are together, we'll be doing every day one activity, and you will be so solid, strong. पढ़ाई भी कर पाओगे, बाकी काम भी कर पाओगे. And sometimes if someone in the family, your sibling, your parents are restless, beta, will you be able to do CA? Will you be able to write two groups? Mom, you just give me good blessings and pray for me. I will do well. Mom, you do this. Can you say this? I'm also mom first and then ma'am. So I'm saying this. I hope you like this last part of the activity. Please comment below if this class was clear. Thoda theory. There will be some class where we are just working out problems. There will be some class where we are taking only baby steps like we have done today. एक दिन में एक ही कॉस्ट शीट और नेक्स्ट क्लास में 5-6 कॉस्ट शीट डन. This is going to be the flow of the class. Okay, so comment below. I feel so good when some of my students 10 years 12 years back, they have studied and now they themselves are teaching in colleges and academies, and they say watching your lectures again we come back to that track. So if teachers are using fine, if students are using fine, if I can give best, please take it. And you also comment below. Zoom students also go on the live, it is closing now, and comment whether you like and what more addition you want. Okay, and class should close. At least all my participants in Zoom, I'm seeing all of you. I'm not taking all your names, but मुझे दिख रहे हैं आप. Class thank you से क्यों close होना है? Because to vibrate at a higher rate. Thank you to all of you staying connected with me more than 2.5 hours, giving me answers, keeping the chat box active, and trusting that I'm going to help you utilize your 2.5 hours at best pace. Right? So thank you. You also thank me and take that vibration to that next level. See you all tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Bye, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Those who have already registered, I think most of them have been added in the broadcast and got the material, beta. तो प्रिंट आउट ले लो. हार्ड कॉपी रहेगी तो ऐसा 3D 5D यहाँ कुछ लिखा वहाँ कुछ लिखा. You can do all the makeup of the book, and that will make your learning super duper easy one day before exam. Thank you all of you. Bye.